What else? What else? A-F-R-I-C. Come on, come on, come on. A-F-R-I-C. Just let's go. So let's dance now. It is my turn. Just won't work you out. I am ready for your action. Just won't work you out. You should cut off all distraction. It's all on you now. And just give me some reaction.
It's another beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Rubbin Minds. Welcome. My name is Ebuka Obiuchende. Thanks for joining us. The month of June is pretty much halfway gone, I think. We still have about 2 weeks to go. And then the first half of the year would be gone. And for a lot of people, it still throws up a lot of concerns with regards to Mr. President and his health. The better part of this year has been spent by him outside of Nigeria trying to recover. Using that word, I think that's probably the safest word to use at this point. And he's been out of the country now for about a month, and nothing has been heard from him. Nobody seems to know how good or bad he's doing with regards to his recovery. A lot of us, the last time when he went away, we saw pictures taking visitors coming to see him and all of that. This time he's been in London and not a word with regards to how well he's doing or whether he will be coming back, when and how. And I don't know that it's a very healthy situation for Nigerians to be in. As much as things are stable relatively back home with an acting president in charge of the country, it's only fair that Nigerians have an idea where the president they elected is. And I think it's getting very worrying. And as we do wish Mr. President a speedy recovery, and hopefully he does get back to continue the duties that he was elected to run. But it would only be fair that Nigerians do have an idea, at least, the situation of their president. And I don't know that this happens anywhere else in the world, to be honest, where you elect a president and you have no idea. I don't know. It's just needed to get out of my chest. Well, we're going to be looking at the week that was, as we always do, looking back at the things that caught our attention over the past week. And I have you with me, Jude Egbas. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me today.
Enough of President Buhari.
Yeah,
I just needed to vent there. But let's go on to pretty much the hottest topic in the week all over the country, and it's about Evans.
Yeah, Evans.
The name that has suddenly become the name of terror in Nigeria. Yeah. We did find out that he is behind multi-million-dollar, not even naira now, kidnappings over the years across the country. And a few people even have died in a situation. There were interviews with him where he said, "Oh, I never killed anybody," but we know that they've been reported deaths over time. And it's just been a bizarre series of stories that have come out of this situation, hasn't it?
Yeah, and just yesterday, his wife blessed us with a selfie where the entire family was in cheers and all of that. But I think this is just sad at this time that this guy was able to have this kind of kidnapping ring with billions of dollars. You know, he was actually charging in dollars because he said he wanted to stand out. And he was so brazen about it that it took the police this long, you know, to get him is the main worry. And my major fear is that there are so many Evans out there. I mean, he probably didn't do this alone. He probably had a school, and the fear is that he bred so many other people who will take after him. So the police have a big job on their hands trying to rein in these other guys, because one Evans is gone, I can assure you there are so many Evans out there.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he even said himself that, I mean, he had a group of people. Some of them didn't even know the other groups. I mean, there were groups who picked up the money, some held the hostages. So he had a complete ring of people.
It was a big syndicate.
And I don't know that all of them have been caught. And like you said, he was also working for someone at some point. He was in Edo State at some point. He was in Anambra. So he's been in this for a long time. But before we even get to, you know, what should be happening going forward, like you said, the fact that it took this long, as much as we commend the police for finally tracking him down and, you know, getting him alive to let us understand how this works, the fact that it took this long and money had been exchanging hands over the years, and there was no way to get him, we should worry about that.
Yeah, we should really worry about that. And for me, that's a very big concern. It took up close to 10 years to be able to get him, and imagine how many lives have been lost, how many families
been devastated financially
by this guy. And you look at this guy, he doesn't look like someone who could kidnap anyone. I mean, neighbors attest to the fact that sometimes he jogs with them, sometimes he just looks like the guy next door. But I mean, like I said, somewhere else beyond this facade was a cold-blooded kidnapper. And for all it's worth, I mean, I think we should keep him to get a lot, because I know he has a lot to say. He's giving so many interviews, but I'm sure that he still has a lot to get off his chest. I think if we want to crack this kidnapping ring, Evans is key, and he should be a star witness in the next couple of years. Yeah.
The Nigerian police have done their job now. People have always worried about the judicial system in Nigeria for a lot of reasons. We've seen the anti-corruption fight as one, where, I mean, people have been arrested. Prosecution then becomes the issue. And we hear 5, 10, 15 years down the line, a case is still ongoing, you know. Should we start getting worried? Because it's looking like an interesting show now, reality show. Yeah. There's an interview every day, there are pictures taken, like you said, the wife releases a selfie.
Yeah.
It's beginning to look like a show.
Like a show.
And people are starting to get worried. Will this guy actually, will justice actually prevail at the end of the day? What should the judiciary be doing?
I can't bet my money on it. I mean, we've seen in the not too distant past where we think someone is guilty, and the next thing they're out there on bail. I mean, so like you said, the judicial system is a problem. All Evans needs is a good defense lawyer, a crack defense lawyer, plenty of money. I'm sure he still has a lot of money. And the next thing you hear, he's found not guilty based on technicalities. I mean, we've seen it over and over. I hope it doesn't come to that. But this is all a show we are enjoying. But at the end of the day, is the police going to secure a conviction? Is another worry, and it's another big question. But let's wait and see.
Yeah. Talking about going forward now, like you mentioned earlier, how do we start tracking down and, you know, getting confidence back in the police? I mean, they've done a good job eventually with this one, but like you said, there's definitely a lot of people out there. And I've also been worried about how much has been said with regards to this particular case. I mean, victims have been named with surnames, you know, with figures attached to them. We're starting to get worried, like, okay, how do we know that these people will not be retracted again? So a lot has been said about how his exploits have been planned. People might start to replicate these things. You know, these are genuine worries by a lot of people.